Hey everybody, I'm Kris. The Bose SoundLink Mini is a super popular speaker, and we're definitely fans, but it wasn't without its problems. Now, the SoundLink Mini II adds speakerphone and better battery life, but will it have the same impact as the original? Open up the box and the first thing you'll see is the speaker. Everything else is tucked into another cardboard box underneath. Here you'll find the charging stand, the wall charger, USB cable, and the manual and warranty information. While the original SoundLink Mini came in only one color, the SoundLink Mini II comes in two variations. We're looking at the speaker in carbon, but it's also available in pearl, which looks more similar to the original Mini's silvery exterior. Aside from the colors and updated buttons, the speaker looks quite close to the original. It's not identical, but if you know what the original SoundLink Mini looks like, you'll identify this in a lineup immediately. The look is almost too classic. While this is undoubtedly a Bose, it looks a little dated compared to some other speakers we've seen in the past year. That said, the same sturdy build the original was known for is here in full effect. An aluminum build is hard to beat when it comes to sheer durability. If you drop this, it will certainly survive, easily even, but it might get a little scuffed up. To keep that from happening, Bose sells soft covers separately to keep your speaker protected. Pairing isn't a particularly difficult task with most Bluetooth speakers, but Bose has gone a long way to make the process as easy as possible short of automatically doing it for you. Turn the speaker on and it automatically enters pairing mode. You'll know this because a helpful voice will tell you after asking you which language you want it to speak. The speaker will then tell you to pair from the Bluetooth menu on your device. This level of help isn't necessary for many of us, but if you're buying this for a less than tech-savvy relative, it could be a huge help. Looking at the buttons, you'll find a power button, volume controls, a multifunction button, and a Bluetooth button. Holding down the power button will prompt the speaker to tell you how much battery life is left, while pressing the Bluetooth button will tell you what device the speaker is currently connected to. Unfortunately, playback control is limited to pausing and resuming playback by tapping the multifunction button. The plus and minus buttons only control volume, so holding them down won't skip tracks. As we mentioned before, the Mini II has a built-in mic for speakerphone functionality. Now, this isn't a huge deal for a lot of us, but if that was a deal breaker for you, you'll be glad to know this is included in this one. One major improvement over the original SoundLink Mini comes in the increased battery life. While the original maxed out at 7 hours, the Mini II offers up to 10 hours of battery life. It's also easier to charge the speaker now. The charging cradle is still included in case you like to keep the speaker in its own dedicated spot when it's not in use, but if you find yourself charging on the go, you'll be glad to know that the Mini II can now be charged via micro USB as well. The SoundLink Mini wasn't the bassiest speaker in the universe, but it was impressive for its size, and that remains the case with the Mini II. This might have a hint more bass, but overall it's identical for better or worse. If you're looking for booming bass in as small a form factor as possible, this will likely be your best bet, especially in this price range, but you do trade off a certain amount of quality for sheer quantity. There is an audible dip in the mids, though whether or not this is more pronounced than the same dip in the original is hard to tell. Avoiding boxy or woofy sounding mids in a Bluetooth speaker this size is always difficult, hence that dip, but it can lead to certain mids being overpowered by the lows at times. This also leads to some mud between the lows and low mids. The same high-end roll-off that is present in so many Bluetooth speakers is also present here. This might lead to missing some detail, but considering the hissing, ear-shredding mess present in speakers that avoid this roll-off entirely, it's the more desirable outcome. Detail is still fairly decent, especially for a Bluetooth speaker, and harshness is hard to find. There's no stereo separation here, that's basically impossible in this size, but the speaker does sound a lot bigger than its modest measurements would lead you to believe. It also gets pretty loud, though we did notice distortion at the highest volumes on bass-heavy material or electric guitar-driven rock. This isn't so much a sequel as it is a remaster of the original SoundLink Mini. Still, with the included speakerphone and the better battery life, there's absolutely no reason to buy the older model over this one, even if it's $20 or so cheaper. For that reason, we're giving this the same score as the original, so we're giving the Bose SoundLink Mini II an 8.6 out of 10. And that's it for this one, everybody. For all the details, check out the full review over at SoundGuys.com. If you want to stay caught up with everything we do, sign up for our newsletter. Links to sign up and to check out the article are down below. If you like the video, let us know, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm Kris. Thanks for watching.